Keeping track of your time and your overall health.
Yeah, the small wearable accessory that many people turn to for all kinds of tech options has proven to be life-saving for lots of heart patients, including a popular restaurateur and philanthropist here in Tampa Bay. Gonzmart has made a career of building up his family business. He's the second great-grandson of the founder of Columbia Restaurant, the oldest restaurant in Florida and the oldest Hispanic restaurant in the country. Just a glimpse of his office gives a lot of insight into the man behind its success and his loves: music, faith, family, philanthropy, and his four-legged friends. Gonzmart says his German Shepherd Pasha basically walks him, but he's got hundreds of miles under his belt on his own. This is your first one?
First marathon.
Wow. He's completed 24. Gonzmart was training for one of those marathons with a friend when he knew something was off.
My heart was racing. I didn't understand what was going on. I said, listen, should I collapse? What do you mean if you collapse? Should I collapse? You know, maybe my phone will recognize my face and call my wife, tell her. So I'm just kidding, just in case. I didn't want to scare him. This happened numerous times.
But he scared himself and started searching for answers.
I had a Fitbit watch that I was wearing. It showed that my heart was beating 150 beats a minute while I was sleeping. And then I bought an Apple Watch, which can do an ECG, similar to EKG. It'll alert you if you're out of rhythm. And that's how I found out. I mean, this saved my life.
He made an appointment with Dr. Bengt Herwig at Tampa General Hospital, where Gonzmart was diagnosed with atrial fibrillation, or Afib, an irregular heart rhythm that can lead to blood clots or stroke.
Endurance athletes have a increased incidence of atrial fibrillation. In fact, it's about 8 times as high as that of the control population. And if you have this for a longer period of time, it can lead to deterioration of pump function.
Dr. Herwig says age, obesity, high blood pressure, and diabetes also increase a patient's risk of developing Afib. And in some cases, the symptoms are silent. If you're in a higher risk category for Afib, Dr. Herwig says a monitoring accessory like an Apple Watch can play a helpful role in detecting it.
These devices are full disclosure devices, and they tell us things we would have never known 10 years ago. So it's a completely new type of self-referral we encounter.
Gonzmart has undergone 2 treatments for his Afib. The most recent was a year ago.
Richard's procedure was done with a cryo balloon. In the second procedure, actually, we took out the whole posterior wall of the left atrium. Procedures, that took like 20 years ago, 6 to 8 hours to perform, can today be performed very elegantly in 1 to 2 hours.
And his heart back to a normal beat.
I check my watch every morning on my phone. It shows how I slept. This shows you your heart rate. Shows you my heart rate was 61 beats a minute.
He calls it just the comfort and confidence he needs to get back to the things he loves.
Today's world, I'm not that high tech, but I want to be as high tech as possible in my health.
Yeah, Richard is just a joy to be around. If you haven't met him, he's just great.
Just a positive guy.
Obviously, the restaurant, stellar, right? So also want to make note here, Dr. Herwig says that alcohol can be linked to Afib. It's called holiday heart. So people who experience Afib right after drinking, you really want to monitor that and make sure that you know kind of what is affecting it as well. And women, we are more inclined to get Afib. So.
Heart disease, obviously a big factor. Richard Gonzmart, such a big character here in the Tampa Bay area. Is he still doing marathons?
He said he's not. He said it's not because of his heart, but he said he's just he's done so many of them that over time he said he's got a little aches and pains. But Pasha and his other German Shepherds keep him going nonstop, and of course his restaurant and his family. So we thank him for his time. But also great to see him doing so well.
Yeah, glad he's okay.